After 30 years, the original fuel pump on my GS300 finally gave out. So today I'm swapping out the pump with a DeatschWerks 255 pump. I plan on turbocharging the Lexus, and when turbocharging a car, you have to run bigger injectors and a bigger fuel pump. So this was the perfect opportunity for me to upgrade the fuel pump in the tank. Everything's included in the kit. I got the filter, the wiring, extra fuel hose, and even some decals to throw on the toolbox. I went with DeatschWerks because the kit is incredibly solid. I've used them before on my Turbo Maxima builds, and I've never had an issue with any of their products. When inspecting the hanger, I noticed the old fuel hose was extremely soft, so this is something I'm glad actually happened, because low fuel pressure eventually can cause the engine to run lean, and then we're worrying about other problems. Installing the new fuel pump was simple. The new fuel filter for the pump fit perfectly. I used a fresh fuel hose included in the kit to replace the mushy one that was there. And once the hose was on, it was time to do the wiring. The wiring is straightforward, positive to positive, negative to negative. Since the factory connector doesn't work with the high flow pump, I had to use the new pigtail that came with the kit. I stripped down the wires, used the heat shrink connectors that are specially made so that they don't degrade in the fuel, and once I had a solid crimp, I used the heat gun to make sure that the connection was secure. Even though the new fuel pump sits perfectly in the hanger, I decided to use a clamp to hold the pump down to the hanger assembly. I really don't think it will come loose. The old pump was in there for 30 years and didn't have an issue, but at this point, it's better safe than sorry. I did a final inspection of the entire assembly to make sure all the wiring was right. And one thing I really like about this is how much cleaner it looks compared to the old one that I pulled out. Looking at the old fuel pump, I'm surprised this thing even lasted as long as it did. With the new fuel pump in, we're ready to drop this back in the car.